Oh my gosh, what's happening? Garbage pours down like a torrential rainstorm, instantly turning the city into a living hell. Cars get tossed into trash amidst the screech of twisting metal and people's screams. It's the unmistakable sign of doomsday. But the most shocking sight is the wreck of the Titanic, sunk for 114 years, appearing on city streets. To understand how, we must start with a routine catch. On a calm sea day, a crewman casually tossed a plastic bottle. As the net surfaced, a blood-curdling shriek pierced the air. Something alive thrashed inside the net, putting the crew on high alert. Cut to the nearby coastline, where military personnel arrive at a fishing village. After stringent checks, they reach their objective. A mysterious creature the fishermen hauled up. After killing it for profit, they'd brought the corpse ashore. The military takes keen interest, myth calls it, the sea devil. Biologically speaking, it's an upright coelacanthoid, commonly called a water person. What truly alarms command is the pearl. Found embedded in its jaw, not natural, but deliberately inlaid. Humans alone craft such ornaments. Clearly, these beings possess significant intelligence. The commander, struck gold, orders a deep scan. As others leave, Buckley lingers by the water person's body. He offers silent prayer. No matter what, this was a life extinguished. Later, Buckley and his team arrived at the coast with specialized equipment, as specifically ordered by the Black Commander, to transmit translation pulses into the deep sea. He hoped to establish contact with the intelligent aquanaut species. In the dead of night, the soldiers guarding the aquanauts' remains were chatting idly, when a sudden shift revealed something amiss. Water stains seeped through the solid concrete floor. Stepping on it felt like sinking into a swamp. The female soldier barely reacted before half her body plunged in. Her comrade frantically scrambled to help, but found himself helpless. A dark hand forced her down into the mire. Then ripples spread across the water as a shadowy figure surged forth, reclaiming the suspended aquanaut corpse. Alarms blared throughout the base instantly. Sleeping soldiers rushed from tents and converged on the scene, only to discover both the aquanaut remains and the two guards had vanished. The swampy ground solidified back into concrete. Buckley spotted an anomaly beneath his feet, a chair wrenched from the floor. The commander radioed the missing soldiers. A faint response echoed below. Repeat status? He demanded, incredulous. Confirming the radio was buried under the pavement. They clawed through damp soil with bare hands and uncovered a grotesquely twisted arm. Buckley sat by the shore, struggling to compose himself. His first encounter with death left clinging dread. The Black Commander stood baffled, there with the UN Intelligence Task Force, specializing in unexplained phenomena beyond scientific explanation. You'd think we'd all be used to bloody, bizarre scenes by now. But Barkley, I have to be honest, he's actually just civilian personnel in the department. The designated field agent took vacation leave, so Barkley got pulled in as a last-minute replacement. He only made the backup list because during the filing, a colleague rushing to paternity leave had Barkley cover for him. Now he's sick with regret, having zero field training. He's completely unprepared for this danger. But the commander says history's built on accidents, and civilians often bear witness to greatness. Basically telling Barkley, you're staying. The man sits there, speechless. The captain reassures him. The Aquafolk aren't mindless killers. They ruled Earth before humans existed, but went into deep-sea hibernation millennia ago. Now they're resurfacing, we don't know why. Truth is, Intel Task Force knew about them for years, but kept it classified. Frankly, if they hadn't gone dormant, humans might never have dominated Earth. Suddenly, gasped from the team, an Aquafolk ambassador emerges. Rifles snap to ready position. Barkley fumbles for his notebook, stick to recording. As tension peaks, the African-American commander strides forward. Stand down. He orders the troops. Initiate the translator. The commander extended the first gesture of goodwill, hoping to negotiate peace with the coelacanthoids. The coelacanthoid emitted guttural sounds. The translation pulse rendered. You murdered our kind. You killed US, the commander shot back. After your people took 2 human soldiers. The score is settled. Now we negotiate. Suddenly the emissary thrashed violently. The translator flared. These terms concern all humanity. As the humans process this, global emergency alerts blared from their devices. Coelacanthoids were emerging simultaneously worldwide. They moved with regal presence, as if they were the rightful masters of this world. Their global emergence triggered worldwide pandemonium. British authorities raced to establish contact, constructing within days a pressurized aquatic conduit linking the Empire State to the canal. This would host humanity's first diplomatic summit with their species. Commander Kate of the UN Special Task Force was designated humanity's chief negotiator, though representing no single nation. She embodied all terrestrial life at this crossroads. Technicians flooded the chamber pre-summit. Monitor screens revealed movement. As coelacanthoids approached through the conduit, the vanguard took formation like an honor guard, imposing and silent. Then emerged two hulking deep-sea leviathans, followed by their chief negotiator. As all eyes watched in anticipation, the waterfolk envoy emerged gradually, appearing more uncannily human than its kin, with strikingly expressive features, clearly possessing advanced intelligence. Observant attendees noted. The waterfolk breathed freely without seawater dependency, their amphibious nature signaling terrestrial invasion capability. Murmurs rippled through the chamber as Dr. Jonathan, humanity's delegate, addressed the envoy. He extended formal greetings to the waterfolk representative, but was brusquely cut off mid-sentence by the envoy. To everyone's shock, the envoy spoke perfect human language, demonstrating profound knowledge of humankind. Flustered, Dr. Jonathan shifted focus, claiming humanity had prepared a gift for the waterfolk. This rarest bloom from Everest Peak, he proclaimed, radiates unique fragrance. His attempt to showcase terrestrial supremacy was countered as the envoy produced their own offering, a clutch of stillborn waterfolk eggs. Our children should thrive, the envoy seethed, yet suffocate in your oil slicks. Toxic sludge and sewage. The flummoxed scientists stammered through excuses. Ocean restoration efforts are underway. We're done with your lies, the envoy snapped in disgust, refusing further dialogue. Then, a taloned finger pointed toward Buckley in the back, drawing all eyes to the low-level clerk. Baffled murmurs spread. Why choose this insignificant human? The envoy gestured sharply, as security footage showed Buckley praying over their dead kin. He believes only those who honor the dead are worthy to represent humanity in talks with the waterkin. Even Buckley himself couldn't believe that he, an obscure clerk, had become the focal point of the entire planet. Commander Kate worried deeply that if Buckley misspoke, even a single word could ignite war between the species. Yet the waterkin remained resolute, insisting they'd only hear Buckley's true thoughts. This everyman now stood before the waterkin representing all humankind, without even a proper suit prepared. The waterkin envoy reaffirmed, I chose you, precisely for your humanity and compassion. Buckley shook his head, feeling unworthy to speak for all humans. Being just an insignificant clerk, the waterkin instantly grasped his meaning. This negotiation, they emphasized, must unfold before the world, proving ordinary voices deserve to be heard. But Kate, leading negotiations, faced countless considerations. Full public exposure was impossible, and Buckley couldn't speak freely. Thus, at the next day's session, Kate permitted only 50 journalists to record, banning live streams. Buckley was strictly instructed to read only from the teleprompter. No improvisation allowed. As water flooded the massive pipe again, the waterkin envoy arrived punctually. Buckley, more composed today, delivered formal greetings from the teleprompter. But as he started reading human demands, the envoy abruptly interrupted. He demanded a glass of water, specifically insisting it be drawn from the river. The negotiation panel couldn't refuse such a simple request, so they dispatched soldiers to fetch it. A cup of murky river water was soon delivered to Buckley. The coelacanthoid representative then ordered Buckley to drink it. Staring at the yellow suspension in the glass, Buckley's expression grew conflicted. New instructions flashed across the monitor. Buckley suggested sterilization before consumption, then started discussing pollution. The coelacanthoid cut him off, declaring, no politicians speak. Don't be their puppet. After a tense pause, Buckley made his choice. He removed his earpiece and spoke from the heart. Humans are fools, trading Earth's future for petty gains. We're pushing our planet to collapse. Even now, during these talks, factories keep poisoning our rivers and oceans. The coelacanthoid's neck pearls pulsed with approval. You might be my favorite human. Buckley thought he'd nailed it, until he turned to find the chamber dead silent. Talks were abruptly suspended. His outburst had cornered humanity. The task force sought leverage elsewhere, dissecting the dead coelacanthoid's biology. Even its ruptured egg sac was examined. They'd witnessed it before. Instant information sync across their species. Not marine mycelium, but something more a natural hive mind network. Kate suspects the pearl on the water person's neck may serve a crucial purpose. It appears there's much more to explore about this species. Nevertheless, negotiations between the two species must go on. This time, humanity took the initiative. Buckley pledged to achieve a 50% reduction in pollution by 2065. Following that, efforts would accelerate exponentially. But the water people representative deemed it too slow. Now, every day, our people perish due to the dire environment. He couldn't accept waiting another 40 years. Buckley quickly explained that environmental remediation demands mobilizing vast resources and manpower. It cannot be achieved overnight. Yet, the water people representatives questioned the resolve of human leaders to address environmental issues. This falls far short of acting at any cost. As Buckley was about to elaborate, the water people representative abruptly looked skyward. The entire city plunged into darkness without warning. Residents assumed a storm was approaching. However, what came wasn't rain, but a deluge of trash, plastic bags, bottles, cans, and tattered fishing nets. The city instantly descended into chaos. Even the interspecies talks at the Empire State Building had to cease. Residents caught outdoors, scattered in terror. They couldn't comprehend why trash dumped in the ocean was now raining down on the city. It was less than half an hour. Once clean streets were now choked with debris. Everywhere you looked, the city had transformed into a wasteland. Most astonishingly, the Titanic sunk for over a century. Its wreckage materialized in downtown New York. As major cities worldwide were paralyzed, leaders issued statements. We call for unity against this unprecedented crisis facing humanity. With concerted efforts from all parties, human waterkind negotiations were resumed. Buckley maintained his formal diplomatic tone, urging the aquatic delegates to exercise maximum restraint. Impulsive actions would bring catastrophic losses to both species. The waterkind delegate retorted mercilessly, returning humanity's own refuse. Buckley struggled to contain his fury. His family had nearly perished in the trash downpour. Kate's directive flashed on the teleprompter. Request the waterkind representative to sign a ceasefire accord. Humanity seeks no conflict with any species. The waterkind emissary nodded, offering non-aggression in exchange for 3 absolute concessions. First, immediate cessation of oceanic and fluvial pollution. Second, formal demarcation of territorial boundaries. Human anticipated modeste maritime allocation. Believing vast oceans could accommodate both species. But the delegate demanded all aquatic domains, every ocean waterway, prohibiting human navigation and even airspace above waters. Global delegates erupted in outrage, especially island nations and trade-dependent states. Loss of maritime and aerial routes meant economic death sentences. The emissary's shrill laugh silenced the chamber. Buckley hastily apologized, attributing reactions to emotional distress. The delegate's voice shifted back to feminine tones, reminding that only 2 conditions have been stated, with the third being pivotal, expressing visceral disdain for this reinforced concrete structure. He insisted on choosing the next meeting location. Everyone instinctively glanced at the coordinates on the screen. It was, in fact, one of Earth's deepest trenches. Humanity's most advanced manned submersible can only descend to half that depth. Confronted by the water tribe representative's demand, Buckley unexpectedly agreed.